work a little bit on shoulder range of motion and also rotator cuff and shoulder strengthening. So again, an easy exercise if you're feeling stiff in your shoulders, you've been sitting all day kind of rounded up. I really like using a foam roller in a lot of different ways. Obviously you can roll your muscles out, things like that, but I actually like to use a foam roller to provide a little bit of range of motion for some of my joints. In this case, we're working on the shoulders, and so an easy one to start with just for range of motion is here. About, you can get a wider foam roller if you have one or a longer one, but I like this one's fine, just about shoulder width apart. And we're just gonna work on rolling the arms up, stepping into it. So what I like to do is, I like to actually start with my hands kind of at eye line or a little bit above and roll up the forearms, and then I'll step into it a little bit just to get a little bit of a stretch. Now what I don't wanna do in this case, I don't wanna arch my back. I don't wanna do that. I also don't wanna shrug my shoulders. So I wanna keep my shoulders down, almost squeezing my shoulder blades into my back pockets. So here, keeping my shoulders down, stepping in, getting a good stretch. And I can do about 10 of these. Again, if your shoulders are tighter, you may want to start a little lower, start here and work up, whatever your limit is. So then I like to do this exercise with a little bit of a strength component. Now I enjoy doing little resistance because I think it helps activate those muscles and warm things up as well. So I'll do a little bit of resistance with certain exercises. So in this case, we're going to use a pretty light TheraBand. There's different variations of these bands, obviously, but so the band is wanting to pull our hands in. So we got to make sure, this is an external rotation that we're doing that's working on that shoulder stability. So we're working that external rotation to keep our arms in this vertical position. But again, I'll take this foam roller just to switch things up to work on a little range of motion, a little bit of strength together. So again, start here and here. I'm keeping my forearms up and down. I'm gonna roll up and then back down. And this is pretty tough because I'm getting a good range of motion. I'm also getting some good activation. I feel a nice burn on the outside of my shoulders. A lot of stability here. What you're gonna have, the mistake, again, like we talked about, is the elbows want to flare out, so keep them in line with the hands straight up and down. Work on a rotator cuff, external rotation here, and then opening up and moving those shoulders. We're really get a good muscle activation and a good warm up with shoulder movement. So a great exercise, start really light because you can't really tolerate a bunch of reps with this. It'll really give you a good burn. So 5 to 10 is a great number to start with a couple sets of that as needed. You can do it, as a good recovery, rehab exercise, or you can even do it as a warm-up. Guys, if you have any questions, shoot me a comment down below, and I appreciate you checking out the channel, and I'll see you next time.